Should open relationships be more accepted? Open relationships, where partners agree to have sexual or romantic interactions with others outside their primary relationship, have long been a subject of debate and controversy. Traditionally, monogamy has been the norm in most cultures, with open relationships often viewed as unconventional or even immoral. However, with shifting social norms and an increasing number of people exploring different relationship models, the question arises: should open relationships be more accepted? 1. Understanding open relationships. An open relationship is a consensual arrangement where both partners agree to explore emotional or physical connections outside of their relationship. Unlike cheating, which involves dishonesty and a breach of trust, open relationships are built on clear agreements and boundaries set by both parties. Open relationships can vary widely in their structure. For some, it might mean occasional sexual encounters with others, while for others, it could involve deep emotional or romantic relationships outside of the primary partnership. The idea behind open relationships is that one person cannot always fulfill every emotional, romantic, or sexual need of their partner, and allowing for outside connections can enrich the relationship without detracting from the primary bond. This is a direct challenge to traditional monogamous thinking, where exclusivity is seen as a cornerstone of love and commitment. 2. Why open relationships should be more accepted. A. Personal freedom and autonomy. One of the strongest arguments for the acceptance of open relationships is the idea of personal freedom. Adults should have the autonomy to choose the relationship style that works best for them without societal judgment. Just as monogamy works for some, open relationships may suit others better. The key is that both partners consent to the arrangement and are happy with the rules they have established. Accepting open relationships is, in part, about recognizing that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to love and commitment. B. Challenging the traditional notions of love. For centuries, monogamy has been upheld as the only acceptable relationship model. However, as societal norms evolve, many people are beginning to question whether monogamy is truly natural or necessary for everyone. Open relationships challenge the idea that true love requires exclusivity. Instead, they suggest that love can flourish even when both partners have the freedom to explore other connections. If open relationships work for both parties, they could challenge outdated ideas about what love and commitment look like. C. Improved communication and honesty. Open relationships often require a high level of communication and honesty between partners. For these arrangements to work, both partners must be transparent about their desires, needs, and boundaries. This can foster deeper emotional intimacy and trust, as both individuals must constantly check in with each other and negotiate their relationship terms. While monogamous relationships may also have strong communication, open relationships put a premium on open dialogue, making it an essential feature of the relationship. D. Reducing cheating and dishonesty. For some, an open relationship may be a way to address the temptation or desire for experiences outside the primary relationship without resorting to cheating. By openly agreeing on boundaries and expectations, partners can reduce the risk of dishonesty or secretive behavior, which is often the cause of many relationship breakdowns. Open relationships, when done properly, create a framework for both partners to have their needs met without lying or breaking trust. 3. Concerns about open relationships. A. Emotional complexity. One of the primary concerns about open relationships is the potential for emotional complexity. While some individuals may be able to handle multiple romantic or sexual partners without jealousy, others may find it difficult to separate feelings of love and emotional attachment. The possibility of jealousy, insecurity, or fear of losing the primary partner is a common concern in open relationships, and not all people are emotionally equipped to handle this kind of arrangement. B. Social stigma and judgment. Despite growing acceptance, open relationships still face significant social stigma. In many cultures, monogamy is deeply ingrained, and those who choose alternative relationship models may face criticism or judgment from family, friends, or society. This stigma can cause strain on open relationships, as individuals may feel pressured to conform to societal norms or may fear judgment if they are open about their arrangement. C. potential for inequality in the relationship. For an open relationship to work, both partners need to be equally comfortable with the arrangement. However, there is a risk that one partner may feel pressured into accepting an open relationship to please the other, even if they are not entirely comfortable with it. This can create an imbalance of power or lead to resentment over time. Ensuring that both partners are fully on board and that the relationship remains equal and consensual is critical to the success of an open relationship. 4. Should society embrace open relationships? The question of whether open relationships should be more accepted depends on a broader understanding of love, commitment, and personal choice. Society is slowly becoming more open to diverse relationship structures, including polyamory, swinging, and other forms of consensual non-monogamy. In this context, open relationships represent just one of many valid approaches to intimacy. To embrace open relationships, society must move away from the rigid belief that monogamy is the only right way to form a relationship. This doesn't mean that open relationships are for everyone, but rather that people should have the freedom to define their own relationship rules without fear of judgment or rejection. Conclusion: while open relationships may not be suitable for everyone, they are a valid and increasingly accepted relationship model. For some, open relationships offer personal freedom, reduce the temptation for cheating, and foster better communication. However, they also come with challenges, such as emotional complexity and societal stigma. Ultimately, whether open relationships should be more accepted depends on society's willingness to embrace diverse forms of love and commitment. People should have the right to choose the type of relationship that best suits their needs and desires, without the constraints of traditional norms. As long as both partners are consenting and committed to making the relationship work, open relationships should be seen as just as legitimate as monogamous ones.